Alrighty, welcome everyone. I'm Teeaboo, and I am here this morning for Mob Psycho 100, episode 8. Last time on Mob, the most wholesomest episode imaginable. Reagan's down in the dumps, everybody hates him, hate mobs going wild on the internet. His business is ruined, everything is ruined, everybody's given up on him. Even his mom sends him, she still loves him, but, she sends him an apology letter for him to read at this conference. And then Mob intervenes. And the emotional climax is Mob telling Reagan that he's a genuinely good guy. Ah, that's good. It was good. It was real good. I liked it a lot. Yeah. So I'm going to jump into the comment spotlight because there are some things that I want to talk about from there. And I think that'll be a good jumping off point for talking about the last episode. I'll try to remember to put a timestamp in the description so that you can just skip all this and get right to the reactification if you want to. But if you want to stick around and talk about these comments, they're pretty good. First one that I want to spotlight comes from L. Okay, I was thinking, Reagan could have just said something like, "Oh, I knew he was acting, but I thought you wanted me to put on a show." Or just say, "Okay, that salt shouldn't have worked, so I know this kid is acting, no need for an exorcism." Yeah, but he dug his own grave. He just kept going, and what's his face? The little short, chubby psychic dude, his plan worked. He got him. Reagan tried real hard for way too long and dug his own grave. It sucks. It's lame. But yeah. Geez, I just wanted to give him a hug, honestly. Yeah, me too. I think everyone did. I think they nailed that, and making him maybe not directly relatable, but a person whose situation you can sympathize with. I was wondering, what sort of advice could you give to Reagan? When you're faced with an internet hate mob, there's nothing you can really do. The route that he tries to go on is the standard route, which is to make a public apology and just wait for it to blow over. But if it's affecting your business, then you're screwed. you're pretty much screwed. All that I could advise Reagan to do would be to turn off social media and get the hell away from it and seek people in his life who care about him genuinely, which is exactly what he does. We don't know how he's going to do in terms of whether this news thing will blow over. I assume that it will because that conference was real whack, and I don't think anybody's going to be continuing to call him a guy without psychic powers since they think he made everything float. Pretty neat. But the only thing that I've got in terms of advice would be get the hell away from the death threats and stuff. You don't need to see that. No. And also, would you be his friend IRL? Oh, hell yeah. Oh, hell yeah. I would love to have a friend like Reagan in real life. Are you kidding? Absolutely. Absolutely. If only because he's hilarious. But he's also, as Mob says, a genuinely good guy, and that's the kind of person you want to have around. So yes. Okay, thanks, El. The next one. Next one is a long one. Okay, so this comes from Daria the Lazy, who was anything but lazy when writing this comment. And there was another comment that was another paragraph by Daria, which was also good, and I kind of flip-flop between which one I wanted to spotlight, because I only want to do one from each person. In any case, Daria writes, "Recontextualization of the flashback is so powerful. It was a brilliant decision by the director to use it at the end of season 1 first, even if in the manga, it is here when we see it for the first time." See, that's interesting. This flashback, this whole, mob arriving at Reagan's place, I think works much better being set up previously and seeing it from Mob's perspective than getting to see it from Reagan's perspective. It's still good if we just see it from Reagan's perspective, but there's something about changing the way we think about a scene or an event that's really effective, and I really like it here. It's super good because It was a great emotional climax in season 1, and it just keeps paying dividends. It's just good. It's a well-written scene. Okay. Back then, the same scene told us how much Reigen's guidance always meant for Mob, but this time we see the exact same events from a different light. As Reigen thinks back to reasons why he continued with his business, he thinks of how much Mob's appearance in his life changed everything. The feels! Yes, I feel your feels. And now, for a little rant. I'm sorry if it's unrelated to anything. It is, but that's okay. You've seen my videos, I go off on tangents all the time. I never liked how people were comparing Mob Psycho to One Punch Man when the first season started airing. OPM was a huge hit in 2015. Wow, it's been that long? I know, time flies, it's crazy, to say the least. And then when Mob came out in 2016, a lot of people went into it with certain expectations, I guess. To many new viewers, it was just a story by that guy who made One Punch Man, and they were underwhelmed by this little quirky story about school kids and goofy spirits. Was not underwhelmed, was thoroughly whelmed, personally. I don't know if the same conversations comparing the two will begin when Season 2 of OPM comes out. Well, they might, but they might be in the other direction. Because Mob has been great, and OPM S2 probably will be better than adequate. But it might not live up to the hype, you know? But I really wish they won't. While some elements are similar between the two shows, such as one's distinct comedic timing, for example, or themes of talent versus earnest effort, and like art style to an extent, although One Punch Man has the manga in between, the Murata manga, so there's a bit of a difference there. These stories just couldn't be any more different. I agree. They do have some similar thematic stuff, but the way the characters interact with the world is completely different. That being said, if I had to choose between two famous works done by the same author, I have to say I prefer Mob over One Punch Man. So much more, and I genuinely do like One Punch. I've read OPM manga and the webcomic, so I have an idea of what to expect from Season 2, and while there's a lot of actual greatness waiting up ahead, I just don't see how it would top this. What One and Studio Bones did/are doing in this season of Mob is just words escape me. It does everything a perfect sequel should be doing. Expanding the world, giving us more cool Spirit of the Week action that I found myself more interested in than in Season 1, developing characters we care about while keeping the production quality on the same level and higher. The only thing that I wish we had is for our awesome side characters to shine some more. Teruki, Ritsu, Claw People, even Emi. I'm just hungry for more of them on screen. But hey, there's still at least 5-6 episodes left, so I'm pretty sure my wish will come true soon. Okay, there's a lot to unpack here. Two works by the same author that explore... There's overlap in their themes, but I think there's more different between them than there is similar. And I think comparing them as works is silly. Comparing them on the basis of, like, what is one thinking about when he's writing each one of them, I think is a little bit less silly, because it's interesting to look at how artists change their ways. Okay, so One Punch Man is One Punch Man is a comedic and hype subversion of shonen tropes to the most for the most part. That's how I see it, at least. You know, the premise by itself is funny and interesting and unique. Mob is less unique as far as a story, right? We've got a kid instead of an adult. He has boundless power but doesn't really have control over it, which is sort of pretty common in shonen and stuff like that. But what's interesting is that he's not interested in expanding himself through his power. Most shonen archetypes, like, you have this power or you obtain this power. You eat a fruit, or you learn about Nen, or you, like, what else? You get a sword, or what else? Big name shonens. Oh, you want to be the greatest Hokage, right? And you've got this innate power, and you learn to control it and, like, harness it. to achieve your goals. Mob doesn't really have that. He just wants to be a good person. And his definition of that is interesting because it subverts what we expect from this kind of young schoolboy with big powers archetype, because he's not an archetypal character. He's the antithesis. He doesn't care about his powers. He sees them, as Reagan tells him to, as just another thing that is a thing for a person, like being smart. And he wants to expand himself in other ways. And I think that's really interesting. And then the world continues to sort of force him, in some cases, to use his powers. It's super interesting. I don't know. It's hard to wrap my head around Mob Psycho, honestly, because so much of it feels just right. Even I don't even know how to put it. I'm gonna stop blathering because I don't know what to say. But in any case, I agree with everything that you said. Let's put it that way. And the final paragraph, P.S. Thank you for your hard work. I'm a relatively new subscriber, but I already like your channel the most out of any other reaction channel out there, and I watch a lot of them. Wow, high praise. Yes, I like it even more than SOS Bros, and I've been their patron for at least a year and a half. Super high praise. If you don't know, I'm a big fan of SOS Bros. They're a major inspiration for my channel, so thank you. I'm also a patron of them. Basically, as soon as I had enough money from my Patreon to eat, I patroned them for $5 a month. Because it feels wrong not to. It feels wrong to be like, hey, check out my Patreon if you like my content, and then not patron someone whose content I like. Yeah. The reason is you pay so much attention to not only the story and characters, which are probably my weak point in terms of analysis, music and voice acting, but also animation and directorial work. I don't know that much about animation. I'm trying to learn as much as I can, but I'm glad you appreciate it. It never feels like you're in a rush, because if there's something you need to look up, you do it. If there are facts that piqued your curiosity, you research them. I respect that so much. Well, thank you. I'm really glad that you like that. I wouldn't do it any other way. I wouldn't have it any other way, I should say. Like, some people I've been asked this question a few times. Like, someone asked it in the context of Evangelion. Like, do you feel like you have to say more for Eva because it's Eva? And that was an interesting question, because the way that I think about it is I turn the camera on, and then I start talking, and then I keep talking until I run out of things to say, and then I turn the camera off. Like, that's just how it goes. And if there are things that I don't know, I know that I don't know them, I'm gonna look them up, because I don't want to misinform anybody or, like, say things that aren't true. So I'm glad that you like that. In that sense, you are also eerily similar to me. I find it almost creepy how I pay attention to the same scenes as you and drool over the same animation techniques. I got nothing to say to that. Cool. Cool. Viewing stuff with a critical eye and caring about art and artifice is nice. It's good. Okay. I mean, obviously, I think it's good because I do it. Everyone's biased toward their own preferences, you know? Okay. So, long comment spotlight. Shill stuff will be at the end. I'm doing that now. Let me know what you think of it. I just figured it seems weird to me, in retrospect, to ask people to like and sub and, like, patron me before they've actually seen the video in question. So I'm going to do it at the end. Okay, Mob Psycho 100 S2, Episode 8. I have it up. I downloaded this from Horrible Subs because Crunchyroll has been intermittently going down, and I don't want to fuck with that. So there will be multiple versions of this video. There will be the full timer-based version with all the discussion on YouTube. It's the best place for it. And there will be picture-in-picture versions with the video up here on BitChute and Mega. You can find links in the description. That'll be good. Also, if you've got any, if you watch other reactors and they have better ways of doing redirects for their links and stuff, let me know, because I'm looking for new platforms. BitChute's got its problems big time. Mega is almost perfect, except that it's got this bandwidth cap. So when users without accounts hit a certain gigabyte level, it just like cuts them off for the day, which sucks if you're in the middle of a video and like pop. Nope. So let me know if you know of any other options. I will say that Drive is not a viable option for me because, well, Content ID still exists on Drive. It's just not as rigorous. And they also have a different but hidden bandwidth cap. So, like, if a video of mine blows up and like 1,000 people click on the Drive link, Google is alerted, will check the video, and it'll probably be taken down, and my Drive account will probably be suspended. So, no thanks. But yeah, if you've got ideas, like I don't know, Vimeo, let me know. I would like to explore other options. And so I'm gonna crowdsource that information. If you got ideas, hit me with them in the comments, and thanks. Okay. Long pre-thing. Mob. There will be a beep beep timer. It'll go boop 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 beep, and on the beep and the green light, that's the same frame that the video starts playing on my screen. So if you're playing along with your own media, wherever that is, probably want to hit the button on the beep. Timer goes here. Oh, bringing Ritsu back in. Is that Familia? Ow. Oh, shit. Is this... This isn't the awakening of his powers, is it? That was pretty cool. Saiki. Oh shit, this has subs now. Fuck yes. Thank you, horrible subs. What do you see once you go beyond your limits? Sweet. Is this a new piece of soundtrack? I don't recognize it. What? That's awesome. As a meme religion. Oh no. Is mom gonna enter? Oh, it's like a... It's like a test thing. Okay. He's growing up a little bit. Sup? That's not what his powers are for. Yeah. Ah! And there he goes. Oh. Oh, he was there. Oh. Ha! Enhance. Enhance. No interest. Yeah. Yeah. No. Oh, she didn't know. Oh shit, dude. Good luck, bud. Ooh. Hell yeah. Let the Bic arrive. Oh, no. Okay, it's this guy. Hey, Josuke. Hey, not Josuke. Wow. Did they fit him? Okay. Of course. Yep. Is he going with him? Yep. This is perfect. Got montage music. Oh, hey. Oh, that's fucked. Okay, I have a feeling that either he's going to place and ask her out and get rejected, or he's not going to place. Or he's not going to place, ask her out, and get rejected. Oh. You're just having them do your job. Wait. Is that okay? Okay. Oh god. TT. Cold reading. Oh. Pictures of mob. Oh. Big oof. Big oof. Fuck. Fuck. Ah. 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 Yo, Tsubomi, what the fuck? Almost gave me a heart attack, dude. Did not see any of this coming. Hey, cool eye catch. All right, day of the marathon. Here we go. He didn't overtrain, did he? Excellent camouflage. Koho, koho. Yeah, such a coincidence. Oof. Fight on! Fight on! Indeed. All right, then. Hey. Ooh. Ooh. Don't. He's got this. Scrape ties into before. On his own, man. On his own. More important to him to give it his best and fail. Hell yeah, you should. And a lot of it. Like a man possessed. Ah! Temptation. Aha! Damn. That is a hell of a sequence. Are we cutting to after? Did he pass out on the course? Rip. This is gonna be something unexpected. Who the hell are you? Oh. Oh. Right. Is he gonna kill his parents? This is bad. Lit his house on fire. Are his parents alive? Are his parents alive? He's going in. Yes, he can. I have a feeling his parents are dead. He's gonna see something. Uh-oh. It's over. Yeah. Question, question, question. Nothing to hold him back. Rage, grief. Okay, we knew that. Okay. I'm gonna need a minute. Well, this changes everything. There hasn't been a lot of emphasis on Mob's home life, but now it's all been uprooted. We don't at present know the extent of the damage. We just know that at least one of his family has died. I want to go through that scene again. Because it got real hectic. So at least one. Oh. Two. Three. It's all three of them. It's all three of them. A lot of the early part of this episode was focused on other characters noting how Mob has changed. How he's grown. How he's become more mature. The way I see it, this is, in a narrative sense, a test. Because this is the, by far the biggest thing that has ever happened to Mob. By a long shot. He may have grown. There's no way he's ready to control whatever's inside him after this. He's gonna have to live with Reagan. Utilize the setup of Reagan's apartment from before. This is the furthest into out of control mode he's ever gone. Just by the way that it's shot and paced and directed. This is like potential no turning back point. Rage. Cut to black. How long is this sequence? From when the doorbell rings. 19 minutes. To 22:30. Three minutes. It's also interesting that Mob was already at 91% the first time we saw the counter. I wonder how much of that was produced by his failure to complete the marathon. We start with this flashback of the family. Reintroducing them. Make sure it has maximum impact. It's all built to lead to this. It's great. Sucks, but it's great. So Dimple talks multiple times about how much he's grown. That teacher talks about how much he's grown. I think Reagan does at some point. It's hard to even talk about the Tsubomi stuff. Everything is normal up until those 3 minutes. We're setting up his net of ties. A bunch of side characters appear and do things to help Mob in his goal of getting top 10 in the marathon. His support network. Reagan, Dimple, the Body Improvement Club. We get a training montage, right? Yeah. Bring these two in for Reagan to work with, but mostly to overhear this, or to be there for this. And it's a bait and switch that Tsubomi has somebody else she's interested in. The entire time she's looking at this board with the picture of Mob on it. And then later when she and her friend are conversing and she's revealing that she was faking it, she thinks back to the board before saying that she thinks that Reagan is probably all right. Well, so she does think about Mob and trusts his judgment to some extent. That's interesting. That's Reagan, right? Working out? Hmm. Then there's this sequence of Mob trying real hard. Love this perspective. There's this long sequence of him really struggling. His parents cheering him on. Tsubomi sees him running and decides not to say Gambarimasu. Interesting. Okay, here comes the struggle. Reagan shows up, supporting him. I think it's here. Long sequence. Unbroken. Just physical struggle. Then we cut to black and he wakes up. Teacher talks about how much he's grown, how much brighter he seems. And then from this moment, it turns into horror. Right here. Close, claustrophobic shots. I didn't recognize this guy right off the bat, so I'm glad they included this little mini flashback thing. What do you mean by... Yeah. Mob is trying to keep himself under control. Strong and reliable. Mom's always careful with the stove. She wouldn't let a fire occur. Then Dimple busts in saying there was a struggle. If someone broke in, they could have taken them. No, friendo. Then we instant slow-mo as soon as he starts opening this door. I think the audio changes significantly too. Winds down. Shock. Already it's over. The red glint in his eye is interesting. The only spot of color in these black and white frames. I wonder if it's the fire reflecting off of his eye, or if it's internal. Maybe both. And it's over. And the rage. This is planet-destroying Mob. This is unleashed Mob. This is not great Todaze. Damn. Well, guess we gotta wait a week to see where this goes. I have a feeling Claw just shit the bed. Real bad. I hope this isn't a misdirect. That those actually... Okay, this is gonna sound weird, but I hope that those are actually the bodies of his family. Because I think making this decision for the narrative to kill them is really interesting. And I think a lot of the weight and power of it gets taken out if it's somehow faked. I don't think it is. I think this is earnest. One thing that stood out to me in this episode was Ritsu's sort of disdain for Tsubomi. Makes me think, why is this being put here? I think it'll build into something. One of two ways. Either that he's right and Tsubomi becomes something of a negative force in Mob's life, or he's proven wrong and Tsubomi is more mature and less of a bitch than he thinks. If it's the latter, then what if she's the one to calm Mob? That would be interesting. Again, this changes everything. I don't know where it goes from here. But I am excited to find out. Spiky orange-haired boy, Letterman jacket-wearing boy. He's got another thing coming, man. I don't think Mob's rules about hurting people with his psychic powers are going to contain him. Okay. This was heavy. Let's do chill stuff. If you liked this video, go ahead and do that. If you hated it, you're probably not watching, so... Ah. But you can thumbs down it if you want. If you're not subbed and you want more, maybe do that. If you are subbed and you're not getting my videos, maybe hit the bell and then perhaps YouTube will let you know when they come out. If you really like this content or want to support this guy who makes it, you can head over to patreon.com/Teeaboo, get access to the Discord, early access to a bunch of my content, and the ability to vote in polls for what I watch next. Nice. I've been Teeaboo. This has been Mob Psycho 100, Season 2, Episode 8. I hope you've enjoyed it as much as I have, and I hope to see you next week in the next one. Peace.